Hey everyone, this is Matt Golds from GamersCast, and I just wanted to make sort of a new series on this channel. I just wanted to go and take a game that I've been playing that I really have no intention of making any sort of other video about, and I just wanted to make a video just sort of ranting, rambling, and just talking about how I feel about that game. Now these are games that can be either old or modern, it doesn't really matter, it's just games that I've been playing recently, and I just come on here and I talk about how I feel about them. It's kind of like how Steam Overload is games I've never played before. These are games that I just went out of my way to play on my own accord and really had no intention to make any other sort of additional content about them. So, let's start this off. One game I've been playing an absolute ton lately, for the first time I'm finally getting around to playing this game, is Chrono Trigger. Now, Chrono Trigger, it came out for the Super Nintendo way back in the 90s, but I'm playing the PSN version of the game because I got a free PSN credit, and so might as well, right? But honestly, if you get the opportunity to play this game or were interested in checking out this game, I'd highly recommend the DS version of the game, because that's just a straight remake of the game. Everything is new and translated, and it just is a lot better. And it also has some additional content. The PlayStation Network version that I'm playing is based on the original, not on the original, but on the PlayStation 1 version of the game, which is an emulation of the Super Nintendo original. And because of that, because it's mid-90s emulation, it's really, really slow load times. On the plus side, though, because it's PSN, it's also cross-play, cross-buy, and cross-save. So, you can buy this game on either PS3, PS Vita, or PSP, and you can move your save around and play across all three platforms. That's great. Also, another thing I noticed about this is on the Vita version, you can accelerate the load times so they're not as bad, but they're still pretty bad to the point where you really shouldn't be dealing with them. Like, I'm talking like 15-second load times, like in between each and every battle. So I primarily play this on my Vita just to curb that. Even though I'd much prefer playing this on an actual television, the Vita version just makes it a lot better. But this game itself, it's still worth putting up with, even with the load times in my opinion, because it's so great. All the character designs and everything was done by Akira Toriyama, who is most notably known for his work on and the creation of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. So it's funny because the PS1 version of the game has these animated cutscenes. Very, very, very infrequently in the game there's these animated cutscenes, and every female character basically looks like Bulma, which is really funny to me, but I digress. The anime cutscenes are very, they're very low frame rate, so it's kind of like, why'd they have to do that? But at the same time, it's kind of cool. What I really like about this game is that it doesn't just straight up use the active time battle system, because the active time battle system, I feel, has really overstayed its welcome. It's been around for almost 20 years now, and I just really don't like it. Most of the Final Fantasy games, I just really don't like it. I like more turn-based traditional style, where you get to think out your moves, because I feel like with active time battle, you're constantly just mashing like the first attack you can. You don't really have time to explore the menus, you don't really have time to think out things. And I feel like if you don't have time to think out things, then why are you playing a game that's like almost structured like a turn-based RPG? I just never, ever really liked the active time battle system. Now, Chrono Trigger does something very clever, and I've never seen another game do this to my memory ever. When you start the game, it asks you if you want an active time battle system or a wait time battle system. Now, this is the most phenomenal choice I think I've ever seen in my life, because I do not like the active time battle system, and so I chose the wait time system. But if you prefer the active time battle system, by all means you can play it like an active time battle game. You can toggle it on and off as you play around with it in the options menu at any time. So that's absolutely fantastic. With the wait system, they still have the active time battle meter build up, so that way you can make an attack, so that way speed stats and those kind of effects still affect you throughout a battle, but at the same time you don't feel pressured to immediately like just jam in an input just so you can get an attack off. This gives you this, in my opinion, gives more strategy to most RPGs. So I absolutely love the fact that Chrono Trigger gives you the opportunity or the option to pick between either of these styles. But that being said, the game itself isn't all that difficult, especially for a JRPG, and it isn't all that long, especially for a JRPG. It's about 20-hour long game. But of course, this is the Super Nintendo era, so for around then, that's a decently long game for that era. The game does follow a linear story progression, so to speak. I mean, the plot's around time travel, so what's really linear when you're talking about time travel? But at the same time, the story follows this linear progression, but you're really free to explore and do what you want. But the story itself kind of follows a linear progression, if that makes sense, because you get to one point where you can freely warp to any time period you want, but at that point, it's sort of like, yeah, you can go anywhere, but the plot's really not going to do anything, and you can't really survive in these other areas unless you're leveled up. That being said, leveling, there is no level grinding that really needs to be done. Most encounters are not random, most enemies do not respawn, so you're kind of on this predetermined course, almost, it feels like, but at the same time, you still need to use strategy, and the difficulty is it's easy for someone who's accomplished in JRPGs, but at the same time, it's not dumbingly easy or anything. It's enough challenge to make it feel worthwhile. I absolutely love the story. Either that or I just have a weakness for time travel plots. I absolutely love anything that has to do with time travel, except the movie Looper. Anyways, I'm about 8 hours into this game and absolutely am loving it so far. Cannot put it down, and it's probably turning out to be one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Definitely one of my favorite JRPGs, up there with like Pokemon. So, that being said, those are my initial thoughts on Chrono Trigger. I would highly recommend this game. Like I said, if you're going to get it, get the DS version of the game. Otherwise, get the original Super Nintendo cart. The PlayStation 1 release is just laggy cutscene. It's just laggy and load time ridden. The load times are absolutely ridiculous. So, I've been Matt Golden from GamersCast. You can check out more over at GamersCast.com. And I want to make these more of an open-ended type thing. So when I talk about these games, I want to know your input. I want to know what you think about this game, and I want to know what other games you might want me to talk about on this segment. So please leave your comment below. I'll join the discussion. I'll talk to you guys about Chrono Trigger or whatever. I haven't really looked into Chrono Cross yet, which is the sequel. I might look into it, but right now I just want to finish this game because it is absolutely fantastic. I've been Matt Golden from GamersCast. I will catch you guys next time.